How would you feel if your private information, your hopes, dreams, and desires were leaked and made public through modern day technology for everyone to see? The ethics and social values that we hold beloved in our free society are challenged, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to stand up and fight for our freedom. The development of nanotechnology and transcendence can cure all diseases, expressing humanity can be healed. This is presented as ethical because it is incurable, that we can potentially help the people in our society who suffer the most. In this scene, the nanobot shot explores a close-up shot of the eyes when the blind man's face is getting cured using diegetic sound as Will's voice is articulating what is happening in this scene. The angles on an eye-level shot suggesting equality as the salience is a dominant image when the blind man's face is being saved, and the tone is lighter suggesting hope. This photo uses non-diegetic sound as Gerd Leonard asks rhetorical questions to the audience, questioning the ethics behind this technology. The salience is associated with this photo as the eye expresses to have the internet on your iris, highlighted in blue. The nanobots interconnect with transcendence as the advancements of nanotechnology can help humans be healthier. The ability to have the internet on your iris or on Google Glass, to have access to every bit of information stored in your head, is also explored in transcendence when Will has a God's eye view when he is in control of his technology. Will's been using his technology to probe Evelyn's brain and invade her thoughts and measure her hormones. Will's face suggests he's superior, looking down on the audience is inferior, displayed by the low angle shot because the audience is looking up at him. The dark background suggests metaphorically that Will is perceived as omnipresent because the bar at the bottom displays everything Will is in control of. Also showing that Will is coming out of the darkness as he's hitting, contrasted to Evelyn when the lighting is white in an open world, presenting innocence. The non-diegetic sound expresses sinister orchestral music in the background that builds up into a crescendo. This concept interrelates with the TED Talk when it discusses that the people running the Facebook feed are predominantly in control of 1.3 billion people and what they access to. The idea of control and dominance is presented in both texts. The FBI use planes called dirtbox which invade phone calls and regarded as unethical. As well as the possibility of this technology is the idea of catching criminals in the act. The close-up shot expresses the detail of how dirtboxes function. The audio expresses non-diegetic sound as Gerd Leonard is asking rhetorical questions about if this is ethical or unethical. Dirtboxes relates to transcendence, the idea of breaching privacy when Will is in control when he measures Evelyn's hormones. Hence, this is the role of the dirtboxes and how they collect personal information. Conveys that technology can make us live forever, which is completely absurd and is disconnected from our ethics. The idea that humans can rebirth themselves, so making us immortal. The midshot displayed gives us a relation to the setting that Will is stepping out of the technological world he created and into the real world. The centrality is on Will, giving us the main idea of the text that it is proven that Will can rebirth himself. The broken piano's discord linking that something is wrong using the effect of non-diegetic sound. Jibo. A robot that is a partner is regarded as unethical because personal relations with a robot is disconnected from our human value. Gerd then uses non-diegetic sound as he asks a question to the audience of, is this the end of solitude never being brought again? The salience of this image is the eye that is staring up at the responder. The robot seems passive and subordinate through the low-angle shot. The salience of the white robot is also suggesting innocence within a black background, suggesting the deception that can come from using such a robot in your home. The Jibo relates to transcendence when Martin is controlled by Will's network, suggesting he can love Evelyn again, as these concepts in transcendence and the Jibo robot explore absurd ideas that will ultimately lead to the end of human relationships. This screenshot is foregrounding the computer, showing their dominance, and the background of the humans rolling through the technology shows the value of the human framed by the technology, but also walking into the technology with little understanding of the outcomes. Non-diegetic sound is associated with this screenshot as Gerd asks the audience what are their ethics. This relates to transcendence when Will probes Evelyn's brain, measuring her hormones. These ideas of power interrelate with each other because control is associated within these notions of having access to people with inside information about what they do and how they access it within society. Scene examines a brain implant that is hooked up to the character Martin to Will's network, allowing Will to take control over Martin's body. This scene uses diegetic sound as Martin suggests he can now be intimate with Evelyn again, presenting an ethical concern because it breaks up human relationships. The frontal angle shows a technological brain implant placed on the side of Martin's head. This scene also relates to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 4, that no one shall be held in slavery, as Martin is perceived as a slave to Will's technology. These notions of power relate to the TED Talk when the FBI believe hunting for terrorists give them the right to collect information from anyone they choose, so using dirt boxes. Therefore, we have seen unethical behaviours in our society that are contemporary possibilities in society, and as humans, I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, let's all contribute and make a decision now to be involved, to fight for our ethics and social values that we hold dear in our free society that are challenged. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to stand up and fight for our freedom. Thank you.